Good morning. Today is very rainy and gray, so I'm really sorry about that. My name is Belinda, and this is my reading booktube channel. I talk about reading, and I talk about books, and all that jazz. Today, I wanted to start a series. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to name it, but basically, as a reader, I want to try new things, challenge myself with new books, new authors, stuff like that. And today I want to kick it off with a Sally Rooney book. I've never read Sally Rooney, but I know a lot of people love her. Books with Chloe love her. She's, I think, a New York Times bestselling author. She has to be. She has like her 3 main books out, and that is Normal People, Conversations with Friends, and Beautiful, Wonderful, what is it? I don't remember, but the other one, I'll put up a picture. And I've just never really read her. This is not a book that I would be like, yes, sign me up, I want to read that right now. This is kind of the opposite of my favorite kinds of books, actually, because it's very much character driven, romance driven. Not even like a cutesy, like fun, spicy romance, like a realistic, everyday trauma. And sometimes, most of the time, all of the time, that's not my style, and that's okay. I've heard that a lot of people like this. Also, this is written in that writing style that is no punctuations, like no quotes, no way of telling me that somebody's talking right now. And I've only read that one time in my life, and I read that when I read A Million Little Pieces. I will also put up a picture of that book because I don't know who wrote it, but it's about a man who goes to rehab for a drug addiction or alcohol some sort of addiction. And that book I read because it reminded me of 28 Days with Sandra Bullock, which is a very good movie. Again, with a Sandra Bullock movie, that's your daily suggestion, movie recommendations. 28 Days is about Sandra Bullock going to rehab. So I said, oh my goodness, going to rehab. This is going to be so good. It's written in this style with no commas, no quotations, no punctuations. You don't know who's talking. And I hated that book. I also read that book like freshman year of high school though, so that's maybe my problem. But I didn't like that book, and I don't know if I'm going to like this. So we shall see. I know this is a love story, a romance, like an everyday literary romance between 2 young adults when they're in high school and then as they grow up. I don't know much about it is the other issue I'm having. And it's not really an issue because that's how I like to go into my books, not really knowing much about them. But it's a wondrous and wise coming of age love story from the celebrated author of Conversations with Friends. So I will let you know. I love the cover. I love that. Oh, somebody pulled up right next to me while I held up my book and talked to my camera, and I hate when that happens. But I think that that's a character flaw that I need to work on. So that is something that I am going to be working on my confidence with. I can't hold up the book though, because that is way harder to like in my head explain. Not that I'm ever going to talk to these people. These are literally like the vet techs from Petco going to work, but in the same breath. Okay, she's walking away. I'm just so easily embarrassed, and I have too much ego, and I need to not have that because I'm just talking to my friends about books. And by friends, I mean the 34 people who subscribe to me on YouTube. Anyways, Normal People. I love the cover. I love the simplistic, whatever, you don't care. But this is the vlog of me reading it, and I have my Say Anything bookmark that somebody on the internet gifted to me, and it has a quote from the movie. So I'm very excited to read this. I'm already a chapter in because I started it last night at Barnes & Noble. So this is it. This is what you clicked on. This is what's going to happen today. Gonna read it. Gonna check back in with you later when I have a thought on the book. That is it. Cool. So, update. I am 67 pages in. I really like this book. That's the end of my update currently. Hello? The lighting is insane. Hold on, maybe. Ooh, that doesn't help. And that makes everybody else be able to see me. So I love that. It's currently 6 p.m. right now. And I am halfway through Normal People by Sally Rooney. And that is page 130. And I'm loving this book. This book is beautiful, and I'm genuinely shocked. I forgot that there's no punctuation in this. Completely forgot. So I highly recommend so far. There's definitely a lot of miscommunication, because this book is about teenagers falling in love, and I think that it's realistic, and I think that I did a lot of stupid things when I was like first falling in love for the first time. So I'm enjoying this, and I think that it's extremely good and realistic, and I'm having a great time. I'm currently at Barnes & Noble, so I'm going to sit my tushy down. I'm going to read here. I'm in such a reading mood now because of this book, and I'm so excited. So we're going to see, okay? Hello. It is like 1 p.m. now on Sunday. I was reading this book for like a very long time yesterday. I'm kind of in love with it. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting to enjoy this book as much as I am. I actually had zero expectations going into it. I thought it was gonna be kind of boring, but I'm thoroughly enjoying myself with Normal People. So I'm going to finish this right now. I think I have like 50 pages left. So I'm gonna quickly finish this, and I'm going to come to you with my final thoughts when that happens, and I'm so excited. Hello, beautiful people. It's a full 24 hours since finishing this book. This is Normal People by Sally Rooney. I finished it yesterday, like halfway through the day, and I really loved this book, and that is so shocking to me because I was fully convinced that this book was going to go straight over my head. I was so convinced that I was going to be bored. It's very character driven. That's literally all that happens, is characters falling in love in their relationship. That's the entirety of the book. So if you're into that, definitely be into this. But in general, why I liked this book so much: it was realistic. I've never read a relationship this realistic in my life. I was frustrated with the main characters, but like so thoroughly in love with them and their love for each other that it was just beautiful. And that's the only thing I can really say about it, is that it's realistic in like a really frustrating real life way. That's what relationships are, is just miscommunications. You love someone so much that you feel so connected to them that you really have to continuously remind yourself that they can't read your mind, that they don't know what you're thinking. It's really difficult and hard to be in love with somebody. It's like one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my entire life. It's like the most painful things ever. And that I feel like was represented so well in this book, and I loved the main characters. I felt I felt like they were both relatable in different ways. Like I related to both of them in different ways, and I think that's so beautiful. I think relating to literature is like the whole reason why we read and watch movies, and like relating to others and feeling like we're all in this human experience together is what's so beautiful about fiction. And I don't know, I want to read more Sally Rooney. I don't know if it's the characters that she developed, if I just fell in love with them, or if I just really love her. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get more books of hers from the library, and I'm so excited about it. But yeah, I give it a 5 out of 5 stars, and I highly recommend Sally Rooney to anybody. Normal People to anybody. If you're in love, if you're not in love, I thought it was so good. It was so good. I don't even know. It's just fiction. That's the genre it is, and it's so beautiful. And I went into this not knowing much, and you could do that. You don't really have to know much about the plot to know whether or not you'd love it. It's just a really good book, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. And I'm really glad I did this video, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have read that. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. I hope you have fantastic books that you're reading. Let me know what you're reading below. If you love it, if you hate it. I'm just curious. Thank you so much for watching.